right, Sagittarius. I know it says Pisces. I'm just going to do this here. And we'll go here. There we go. All right, so we're on Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. This will be your love reading for November 15th to December 1st, 2021. I got to log into chat really fast, but we will get your love reading ready to go. Okie dokie. There we go. So let's get it all ready to go. Hopefully everyone has had a great weekend. I'm going to try, and I know I started doing this kind of halfway through, I'm going to try and see what I can get psychically as well as with the cards. I promise it will be a fun ride, okay? And I'll explain the whole process. I'm not just going to get some psychic stuff and be like vague and mysterious with it, unless I want to be, which sometimes I do. So there's that. No, seriously, I'll let you guys in on the secret sauce. I'll let you in on it. Some baby rays. That's what we're talking about here. Some Mark Zuckerberg baby rays sauce. Now let's start shuffling here. Let's do a couple shuffles. Or shuffle couples. Couple shuffles. Let's see, couple shuffles. That's what I meant to say. Couple shuffles. That's confusing. All right, 2 more shuffles, guys, and we will move right on to the Stegosaurus readings, or the Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I know how to say it. I do. I just prefer not to. One more. All right. Love reading for Sagittarius. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so Sagittarius. We get dating in reverse. Okay. We get yin and yang. All right. And then we get luminosity in reverse. So in the middle, we have the yin and yang, which represents balance. This card is upright, so that's good. So that's a good card to have. Any of these cards are good. Sometimes I get caught in the labels as well. No card is bad inherently. Sometimes they talk about things that are uncomfortable or unpleasant, but they're not negative. Perception makes it so, right? So we have dating in reverse. This can mean a couple of things. This can mean that we are not dating and we're not thinking of dating, or rather we could be so standoffish to the idea that it's just like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Nope. And you have every right to feel that way. Of course, you date or you start doing something when you are ready to do it. It doesn't mean you have to. I don't want you to feel bad and think, oh, you have to get out there. But like I said, it can mean 2 things. Okay, we have that you're not dating, that it's not going the way we want it to go, and we're just kind of taking a break from the love, right? The romanticism bullshit. We're taking a break from it, and we're focusing on us. All right. Or we can read dating in reverse as we could be dating people that we don't feel like are good for us, but we don't know how to date anyone else. We don't know what to do. And so we keep dating people that are bad for us. Maybe they're good in other areas, if you know what I mean. But maybe they're not. Maybe these people are just kind of through and through a little scummy. And we want to find people that aren't that way. So that's 2 ways we can read this for the Sag. Okay. Now then we have yin and yang right here. Okay. And then we have luminosity in reverse. So yin and yang is balance. The yin and yang is balance. It's compromise. It's working together. It's duality. But it can also be somewhat of a singularity because we learn both through contrast. We learn left from right. You guys have heard me say this 1,000 times, and I'll never stop saying it. Hold on. But you've heard me say it before, yin and yang is balance. It is balance. Basically, think of it like the Justice card, or like Temperance. Actually, it's more like Temperance. Yin and Yang is the combination of energy. You'll notice here, you'll notice a masculine hand, a feminine hand, black and white. The feather here is white and black. The feather up here is black and white. There's fire up in the upper corner there, and then there's water in the bottom corner. It's just showing balance, and I'll explain that here. And then we have luminosity in reverse. So it could be that we don't want other people to see our light. And what do I mean when I say our light? We're not letting people in. We're not letting people see who we are. And we have bad date after bad date after bad date. And we're saying, I just can't find anybody. I can't find anybody good. Little, meanwhile, we're not letting them in. We're not letting people in. And then in turn, we're saying, yeah, this isn't working. This isn't working for me, and we almost become bored. We almost bored. The tiny chef. I don't know if you guys have seen him on Instagram, but he talks in a funny way. He talks about blue and being bored, and anyway. But this right here is something where if we're not putting ourselves out there, and then we're not being received well, we can't be shocked. We can't give the surprise Pikachu face. We can't. We're not putting ourselves out there. So we're going to get mixed signals or no signals, right? Once we start putting ourselves out there, yes, we can be vulnerable, we can be hurt, but we can also find something that's worthwhile. We can find something that feels like it's home. We can find something that feels like it's progress. But until we've done that, we're not going to get anywhere. So the yin yang card here is saying that everything needs to be in balance. Don't be too open. Right? And I know that sounds contradictory. I want you guys to be open, but not too open. It's like saying, I want you to be yourself. And then when you're yourself, I say, no, not that way. What I mean is this. I want you guys to be open to the idea of being open. I want you guys to just kind of entertain the thought, kind of see what that feels like. I don't want you to be a bleeding heart where anyone and everyone can come in and see the spectacle that is you. Because you're not meant for everyone. That's not the point. The point is that you're meant for a specific number of people, right? Or you're meant for certain people. Let me put it that way. The specific number is 17, if you were wondering. But you're meant for certain people. Other people will not understand you. They just won't. And through that, people can look at you and they can be mad at you and they can be jealous of you. But the whole thing is that you still need to express yourself. You still need to focus on the expression that is you. The universe created you. Right? The universe created you, and it was so that you could sing your own song. And the reason why I say that is because you have universe, right? And then universe, if you take that word, U-N-I verse. U-N-I verse. So I view the universe as two people singing. I view the universe as duality, singing to itself. It gets to hear its own song. It echoes off the wall. It gets to hear itself. And through that, there's the unique self-expression or the soul expression that is you. You're not doing it wrong. There's just ways we can focus on making it so we're more open to receiving, right? And that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Okay. So let's shuffle these cards and let's do some tarot, because these ones we were doing here are true love oracle cards. And then here towards the end, we'll do some psychic messages and kind of see if we can get something a little bit more specific. Already the name James is coming up. That's one thing that I'm having come up. And then there being a handicap of some sort, maybe not even physically, but there could be a handicap coming up, maybe for someone named James. So if anyone's watching this and that correlates, know that these messages are for you, but let's keep looking here, okay? I feel like I'm getting something too with armpit pain, which is really interesting. Maybe there's a gland or maybe there's something that's swollen. Again, oddly specific messages. Okay, so let's draw our cards here. Two of Coins in reverse, Page of Wands, and the Lovers in reverse. This actually makes a lot of sense here. Two of Coins in reverse on dating. Okay. So the Two of Coins in reverse is kind of like, hey, I'll show you my heads if you show me your tails, right? I'll show you a part of me if you show me a part of you. And that's good. That's good to have, because then we know if someone is into understanding us. We know if someone is into wanting to be with us. But where I see this in reverse, especially under the dating card here, it's telling me that we're not making choices. I feel like we're letting the time run out. The choice is made for us, and then we don't have to worry about the decision. If we're coasting along and letting the universe decide everything for us, you know, the universe likes to do this thing where it gives you lessons, painful lessons sometimes, and you can learn them if you want to, right? But I feel like sometimes the lesson that the universe is giving us is one we're pretty well versed in already, and I feel like it could be time for us to move on. So if we're waiting for the time to run out and we're waiting for everything to sort of take its pace because we ourselves are being indecisive, that means that everything's going to be decided for us. We don't get a chance to say anything. We don't get a chance to do anything because we're waiting for the clock to run out, so to speak. And then after the clock runs out, we're like, well, I'm stuck with this person. Here we go. All right. So then on Yin and Yang, we get the Page of Wands. So there's this beautiful energy, Sagittarius, that's coming from within you. The Page of Wands, okay? It's the childlike wonder. It's the passion kind of project. And children, when they are very young, they're very passionate about curiosity, right? They're very passionate about the things to be passionate about. They're curious. They're wondering about everything. And I feel like there's this sense of wonder. There's this sense of wanting to understand yourself, wanting to understand other people better. But again, the guardedness sort of blocks that off. And it's not that there's anything wrong with you. It's just, if there's something here, if we keep blocking off intent, like someone's intentions towards liking us, or like there's kind of a funny example of, there was a meme on Instagram that I looked at, and it said, basically, it's like a text message thing, people going back and forth, and the picture up at the top says, I like you. Okay, that was one of the things that the person said, and then the person down below says, LOL, why? You know, and that's kind of the mentality I'm getting, is like, it's like, why do you like me? Sometimes when we're in a relationship, and someone is showing us signs that they like us, we immediately start not liking them, or we question their judgment on, why do you like me? What's going on here? Is it because you're stupid? No, people can like us for so many different reasons, and generally it's not because they're stupid. It's because you have something. You have something that's unique. You have a spark. You have a passion. You have something that person looks at and they admire in some way. So that's really good. This is really good. You have all the building blocks here, Sagittarius, that you can build something up. Okay, so this is good. All right, and then we have this card, Luminosity in reverse. Okay. And the Lovers in reverse. Literally the love reading, literally what we're doing here. So there could be a Gemini that's pining after you. There could be something like that. Or maybe you're pining after a Gemini, but we're not letting ourselves be open. We're not letting ourselves be vulnerable. The worst thing that can happen is we put ourselves out there and we get hurt. But okay, let me give you an alternative. We don't put ourselves out there and then we're curious forever. And that may not hurt. That may not hurt in the long run, but it's going to take up a lot of mental space and a lot of mental energy for a long time because we didn't take the opportunity, right? So have that be something like, yeah, it would hurt. It would be uncomfortable. You know, I wouldn't like to feel hurt, but maybe something good could come of it too, right? To think that everything is going to be pain and suffering and hurt, to me, that seems a little irrational. There can be good things that come of this. There can be things that can happen that are positive. So when we put ourselves out there, it's a really good time for us to focus on the fact that, hey, something great might happen, right? Always remain neutral. I'm not saying have that be your mentality, because you will be sorely disappointed if you think something great's going to happen every day. Um, but I do believe even something small can be really, really good. First color I'm getting here, it's a darker green. It's a rich kind of green. Hold on one second. So when we're talking about a richer green, when we're talking about this darker green, we're talking about, hold on one second, guys. Something here. When we're talking about this richer, this darker green, we're talking about the heart chakra. And when we're talking about the heart chakra, we're talking about the heart space. The heart space holds, hello D. The heart space holds information. The heart space, it's a different kind of chakra because it's in the center. Okay, we have 3 chakras that go down, and then we have the heart. And then we have 3 chakras that go up, and then we have the heart. So the heart is the middle chakra. It's the 4th chakra in the line of 7 chakras. Okay, the heart is all about letting go and letting things come in. Okay, and here's the interesting part. From the solar plexus, okay, our first chakra is security and identity. That's something that we start developing when we're very young. Security, identity, feeling like we're safe. Okay. The second chakra is the sacral chakra. Well, the first chakra is the root chakra, what we just talked about. The second chakra is the sacral chakra. That's about choice. That's about making choices and deciding to do this or deciding to do that. And generally, people that have a well-balanced sacral chakra, they will be decisive and they'll know what they want and they'll go after it. Okay. Then we have the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is taking the second chakra and moving forward with it. The solar plexus chakra says, okay, I made a decision and I'm going to go through with it. I'm just going to go. And the solar plexus chakra is willpower, going after what we want and letting things come to us through our own kind of attainment. Be like a drive, if you want to think of it as like a drive, like doing the thing, right? That would be the solar plexus chakra. Then when we're talking about the heart chakra, this is about letting go. This is about not forcing anything to happen. This is about letting things go and letting things blossom. Okay? We do not get a flower to bloom by yelling at it. It doesn't work. The flower blooms when it's ready to bloom. Us yelling at it does nothing. So it's important for us to realize that there's certain things we can do to hinder or to accelerate how we interact with our environment. So dark green being the heart space. First thing I'm seeing here is the first word that I'm getting is courage. Okay, and I have my my little drawing pad here. It's my iPad. First word I'm getting is courage, and this is representing courage to be yourself, courage to let things happen, courage to just kind of roll the dice and see what comes up. Sometimes, oh, thank you, D. You're very kind. Thank you. Sometimes the thing that we fear the most is going to be the thing that helps us the most. And the reason why we fear it is because we know it can be helpful. What does it mean to step into our own power? It means that we're not going to rely on anyone else to be there and pick us up all the time. It means that we're going to be able to pick ourselves up. It means that we're going to be able to have our own backs. And some people are terrified to be responsible for themselves. And that's something that with time, we understand what that means. But that's what I'm seeing is the green, the dark emerald green. There's love here, there's compassion for others, but we need to look at love and compassion for the self. It's easier to look and love other people, but when it comes to loving ourselves, we tend to shy away from that. And that's because somewhere down the road, we were taught that we were lesser than and we're not. So, Sagittarius, that is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know down in the comments below if you guys enjoyed this. And also, please like the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I would really appreciate it. It would put a smile on my face. And yeah, so also, if you guys feel like this resonated, please feel free to reach out on my website, angeluschiron.com down below. And And yeah, let me know what's going on there. I'm going to read this message here. So you reach out and you can book a session with me. And I promise you guys accurate information. I promise we'll get to the bottom of what it is we need to work on. Okay. Likely people are going for anything really fast. So D, maybe explain. Okay. It also resonated. You are really helpful tonight, which is here in Israel. Thank you. Oh, okay. Awesome. I'm glad I can assist, right? That's kind of the whole point. That's why I'm doing this, to help people that you know, it can help. The cards are definitely, I feel like, doing some good stuff tonight. Okay, so let's do this, guys. Let's move on to Scorpio and see what we can get for our little Scorpies out there, our little tiny scorpion people. Let's see what we can get for them. It's important. All right, guys, see you in just a minute. I'll set everything up and I'll start with Scorpio. So see you guys in just a second.